Welcome to OTAN, your Outreach and Technical Assistance Network.
Hello, I am Debbie Jensen. Today I want to talk to you about Google Forms and quizzes. I am an adult basic skills teacher. I use Google Apps in my class. Let's get started. You'll need a Google account. If you have a Gmail, that is your Google account. Go to the Apps box at the top. It looks like a waffle. Click on it and select Drive. In Drive, go to New. That's 2 on the screen. This will open a menu of choices. Scroll down to More at 3 and then select Google Forms at 4. Google Form has been used for years to solve a lot of teacher problems. Here are 3 ways I use forms. 1. I create surveys to gather information for meetings or parties or field trips. 2. I start every quarter with a student profile. More on this later. And 3. I use Form to create quizzes for my students. The first time you look at a form, you'll see these parts. At 1, you have a place to name your form. It is currently called Untitled Form. Here is a Google Tech tip. If, after you name your form, you click on the Untitled Form at the very top left, Google will take your title and move it as the name of the file too. Very cool. Below the name at 2, there is a place for the description of your form. At 3, you can get right into writing questions. At 4, at the very bottom, the icons include duplicate, trash, and required. Move up to the top right at 5, there are 3 vertical dots called the hot dog, which includes more commands, like make a copy, print, add collaborators, and preferences, which is very useful in making your form settings applied to all forms created in the future. You can use automatically collect email addresses too. If we expand the small arrow labeled multiple choice, we get more question possibilities. You can see the many types of questions you can create. If we go to the far right, we see a box of icons including add a question, add a title and description, add an image, add a video, and add a section. Think of the possibilities. Each quarter I use Form to create a student profile. I have all students fill it out on their first day. The survey includes information I need to run the class smoothly, such as email addresses I can read, why they're taking the class, if they have a job, and a phone number so I can contact them. Forms is fun. If you select the icon of an art palette at the top right, you can choose a theme color, background color, font you like. Under Header, you can even upload an image from your own photos. Now let's look at what it takes to make a quiz. Go to the gear icon at the top right. This opens Settings. Select Quizzes at the top right. Select Make this a quiz right below. There are many options. I like the default settings, which allow the students to see the correct answers right after they submit the answers. Then click on Save. I use my quizzes as formative assessment, getting the students ready for the daily assignments in class. This is fast and easy for the students. They can get the correct answers immediately after they finish the quiz. This is one area I get a lot of cheers from the students. Here's a tip. The first question should be a required student name. Otherwise, you cannot grade, record, or even assist individual students. Another tip. After writing the question and potential answers, click on Answer key to identify the correct answer. Here's the tip. If you then click on Edit Question, the duplicate icon appears at the bottom. This allows you to make a second copy of the question, which can save typing on the next question if it's similar. This can save a lot of time. 2 more aspects of Google Form. At the top, you see questions and responses. The default is questions. In this slide on the left, you see questions. You can see the questions on a spelling quiz. On the right, I have selected responses, and with that, you can see the responses of the entire class on the spelling test. If you had the students add their names, you'll also see individual responses. A little more on the data. When you want to see the results of the quiz, you have to go back to the quiz form and access each quiz individually. If you select responses, you can see them as a summary of the class by question. This is most useful to see if one of the questions was missed by the majority of the students. Was it poorly worded? Certainly this information tells you it needs to be retaught. And if students have added their names, you will see outcomes for each individual. To see the class results on a spreadsheet, click on the green spreadsheet icon. If you click on that green icon, you will get a spreadsheet of answers for the quiz. It will give you the timestamp, name, the points, if you've assigned point values to the questions, and the individual responses given. My summary of forms and quizzes. It's fast and easy for you. Students can access it anywhere on any device. You can use it as an introduction to a lesson to see what students already know. You can use it as a formative assessment throughout the lesson. You can use it as a final assessment. What's more, you can evaluate the quiz itself to see if it needs adjustment. It's all in one place. Isn't that technology at its best? Thank you for joining Google Forms and Quizzes in Adult Education. If you have questions, please contact support@otan.us.
Thank you, and as a reminder, OTAN supports California adult education agencies who are integrating, improving, and maintaining technology use in the classroom. Always stay informed by visiting the OTAN website at www.otan.us, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.